Hey there, and welcome back to Cursed or Blessed Seeds? Either way, it's an educational monster train series where we struggle through the toughest challenges around. This was an interesting one. This was actually I shortcutted this to the top of my list because it was sent to me by email with a very nice just pleasant email attached to it. And I said, you know what? That's very nice of you. Thank you so much for sending me a kind little email. It caught me on a day where I think that really helped, and so I was like, yeah, all right, I'll just record this next time. Now they submitted it as a blessed seed, but I've actually had a number of people, as you can see from the right hand side, play this and tell me they thought it was actually kind of cursed. So I don't know how I'm going to categorize it. I think based on that feedback, I might label it as cursed, and then we'll just kind of make that decision up along the way. This may very well be an example of a run that pops off if you make one specific decision, maybe find a specific banner unit, and then otherwise becomes very weak if you don't. Or possibly, it could be anything, right? It could be like trying to think of an example, a trinket that you find on one path that makes it really strong versus weak on the other side. I can think of a bunch of examples of things that might cause that. So we'll call it cursed and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, this is a sentient torch run. Obviously, we got some pretty solid wins on the board. I'm really interested in kind of how this plays out. This is a very stark kind of difference here. Look at this. 59, 59, 59. These are all excellent scores. That's a no damage taken Divinity, very clean, maybe even pre-relentless by like a little bit. And then you've got 7k, 7k. And then probably these last two 2Ks are just like early game mistakes. But the 7k losses here, these are what, Arcus failures? So an Arcus failure is very common for Sentient if you fail to kind of ratchet it up for the end game. If you lose to Arcus, it means you would have lost to Seraph anyway, but that being a threat should signal the kinds of things you need to solve by Seraph if you manage to skate by, right? So kind of an interesting situation. We'll see what we get. But yeah, so in case you're joining us for the first time, hello, let me explain what's happening. This is a viewer submitted run series where I'm playing runs submitted by you all, essentially. So if you're playing Covenant 25 Monster Train and you either struggle with a run or find a run particularly awesome, either way, you can go to your run summary, generate a challenge link similar to what you see here at the top of your screen, 3-word combo, and then send it to me by whatever means you possibly can do that. I recommend my Discord server. If you go to my main channel page, scroll down, there's a little about section that has the link in it. And that's a great way to do it because there's a channel for it and you'll get a lot of people playing it with you, right? So you'll submit it and some people will play it pretty soon thereafter. We've kind of built up a little bit of a community there that helps out with that. So that's a nice way of getting some immediate feedback because I don't want to call myself slow, but I will simply say that I have enough submissions that I'm almost never able to get to these fast enough. And I also always take the opportunity to record every single one of them, which makes it take a lot longer than if I were just blitzing them myself. You can, of course, also get it to me by other means. YouTube comments, common emails. I mentioned it before. It works. I do get those. Reddit. There's a lot of other ways you can get in touch with me. I don't really use a ton of social media, but you can at least find me on Reddit for sure. But yeah, so that's kind of the idea behind this. So cool. Now we are currently on a 71 win streak right now, doing pretty well for ourselves. We had a Founding Seal Soul Guard run, but we had no sirens. Interesting. We ended up capitalizing on this because we hard pivoted from Titan Channel into Cold Channel at ring 4, and then used and I know this is going to sound weird, a multi-strike plus 25 Awoken Hollow infused Husk Hermit behind the Cold Channel. We also had an Endless Shark, which maybe seems redundant with Cold Channel, but did help a little bit. We were reliant on it to kind of soften some of those waves so that we wouldn't get completely sandblasted. Some tough decisions along the way, but I do think that we made it out like bandits. We got the win in the end, and it felt pretty strong by the time we got there. Though we definitely took some damage along the way. So, a good run, I think. Cool, and I honestly think that's everything I've got for you, so I suppose we'll get in on this. As always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Those things are super cool. And let's get in and see what we get. Let's go, Sentient. Show me what you got. All right. Hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just okay, actually. I've got this weird mix of having nice days off right now, and then next week is going to be so brutally busy that I'm just dreading it. And I'm trying not to let the future ruin my today, but it's really difficult. And there's a part of me that wants to just like skip my weekend and go get some head start on those things because it would make it easier. And then I keep going back and going, hey man, take your time off. It's important. It's just one of those obsessive. It is obsessive. That is the right word for it. It's like an obsession with productivity. And it's something that companies will try to take advantage of. And you should be cautious about. This is something I constantly have to echo to myself, being like, no, that's okay. We don't need to perform above and beyond. We're not getting paid to perform above and beyond. We don't get, like, sometimes you could get recognized for it, but there's a degree to which it makes sense and a degree to which it is just self-harm. So be cautious. Anyway, that's my day. That's where I'm at. So let's play some Monster Train. You can't see it, but I did a little bit of a ta-da there in real life to signify how I was feeling about it. All right, let's get in. We are today at default Awoken, default Hellhorned, a very OG clan combo, one of the first you play in the game, I think, when you first load it up. We're facing double barrel Daedalus, excuse me. We have Spell Shield Arcus and Sap Seraph with Glimmer, Hornbreak, and Edge Prior. Honestly, great. Edge Prior is excellent early, making a lot of my cards free. It fits in the floor well. If we don't end up on Cultivate, then it won't steal. But even if we do, it's not that bad in the early game. Good pings here. Hornbreak is excellent. Glimmer is amazing. Cool, great. All useful cards. I do want to confirm where they died, though. A lot of people died. I think that's Arcus. Oh, it's Ring 5. Ring 5. Is that the fabled Harvesters of Death, Doom, and Despair? Hard to say. I guess we'll find out, but never disrespect Harvesters of Death. They're scary. All it takes is one bad elite upgrade, and that man just murders you. Anyway, temples today are 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8, so 5 temples. We like to see that because it lets us be flexible. Let's see. Excuse me as I suddenly cough for no real reason, just spontaneous. We have a removal dupe on ring 8. Cool, seems good. It's on the magic side, so nothing terribly exciting about it, but that's fine. Good to see it, though. We'll probably use it. Steel Shop has Vortex and Cave on 7. Excellent. There is a Money Trinket Shop if we need it, but it's hard to compete with that Steel Shop if we can use it. Another good Steel on 6 with Vortex and Money, competing with a Magic Shop there. Pretty good spread here. Right, you could take a Horde Magic Shop into the good Steel, or double good Steels, or a good Steel into a decent Trinket, right? So you have a lot of options on ring 7 and 6, which I like. Another removal dupe on 5, that's nice. Very flexible dupes here, very powerful node generation so far. And then on ring 5, we also have just like another Trinket Shop with Money. So if you really want to go ham on double, triple Trinket Shops, because you have one on ring 8 as well, you certainly can. Let's see, banner situation, we have a Vortex Horde Hellhorn banner, which is awesome, competing with a kind of weak Magic Shop on 4. Early game, double Awokens. We have Steel Shop on 2 with the Awoken banner, and a Hellhorn banner on 2 with the Magic Shop. Double Steel Shops as well. I kind of said that in a weird way, but there's 2 Steel Shops and 2 Awoken banners and 1 Hellhorn banner. We do have good holdover targets, so the Magic Shops are pretty decent. I do like Hellhorned units a little better here because we don't have any offensive scaling, and Hellhorn units come packed with that, but we'll see what we get. Impsicle or Root Split Mask. This is a very difficult decision. I think Root Split Mask is the stronger relic overall, but Impsicle has some pretty high rolls that you can go in on. I think I will take the Root Split Mask. I hope that we do not regret this. I will, of course, take Money here. We end up, cultivating and bristling options. I think it has to be cultivating here. We have the Glimmer, so I have access to some backline management already. There certainly could have been clan combos or setups here where I might have grabbed the Spike Sentient. I think cultivating is just better here. we'll move on. This will be a pretty weak ring 1, but at least we have horn breaks to prop us up. I will take the unit draft 10 times out of 10. No questions. Horn breaks will deal with most of these threats. I will play Edgebriar. There's no real reason not to. Might as well try. Okay, we do want to play the Train Steward. I will double restores, you might as well. I'll ping something. I probably should have gone with a Train Steward there, but it's going to be a bit of a bummer. Yeah, we haven't seen... I mean, we'll see him next turn. We get both horn breaks, but we're definitely eating some dirt here. I wonder if self-ping is ever something I should consider here, but probably not, right? Train Steward at least does 5 to armor, which is okay. Alright, well, we're definitely going to kill one of the 5/10s here. That's a for sure. Now, I can stop... Let's see, he's getting healed by 10, though, right? So if I drop the horn break, it actually... it only takes 6 damage. I mean, that does... Right, that does represent enough. It does represent enough to at least save 2 health. Yeah, alright, fine. Okay, we saved 2 health. It's not a lot, but it's acceptable. We're gonna double Glimmer up top. 4. Okay, 4/4. We take another 2. I'll accept it. We're definitely going to take some hits here. I don't see how we push past this very easily. I mean, unless we hit some break point on this. I don't think we do. No, unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunate. It's a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. We at least get him down to 12 damage to us. So we take 20, a lot of this for the trial, but fine. Steel Enhancer, Sharpen. Sharpen is not bad here. I think Steel Enhancer's better, and I'm going to grab it. The extra draw leans me towards this as well. I think something that boosts attack is important, though. We'll take this. Fledgling Imp. There's no chance I pick anything else. Steel Singer in my opener. Now, Animus of Will, admittedly, is pretty good here, too. Steel Singer can take Quick and Multi-Strike. Too bad I can't take the Animus of Will with it. I think the Steel Singer is right, but... yeah, we'll take it. I'm going to need to see a Multi-Strike pretty early or this gets dicey. We go left here, for sure. Steel Shop shows me a quick... Alright, double Steel Singer, that's funny. I mean, we actually just grabbed the Animus of Will here. Having both of those helps a ton. I can take... oh, how interesting. If I had taken this Capricious Reflection in the Horde first, I might have gotten an upgraded Animus. Funny. Light's Gift is curious. I actually really like Light's Gift because I can play Sentient and Animus on a lower floor for the time being. Yeah. With Steel Singer, I don't need Sentience cultivating that much. So I like Light's Gift. I will say Jackstrips is also worthy of mention, but Capricious Reflection also very good. But the nice thing about Light's Gift is it's essentially quick for everyone, except for in Relentless, but I think it is still worth it. So we take that. That lets me re-roll here. Okay, we don't see anything we want. We skip. We're going to go double steals here. We have everything else we need. We just need to not die here, essentially. Which I think we should. Ooh, Spikes is nasty. Don't click that. I almost clicked that. My Animus of Will has no health, so don't throw like that. I would like to maximize my time spent. on Animus getting buffed and getting the +1 draws. Oh, I could have put Edge Prior upstairs, but I knew I wouldn't be able to play him. So it is a bummer, but the draw order has to go this way. Fine. Sure. It's too bad the draw order worked out like this, but that's okay. We just go ahead and we double Glimmer here, and we accept the rest of this, and that's fine. My entire purpose right now is simply do not die. Shoot the guy in the back, acceptable. Kill some guys downstairs, sure. Okay. I'd like to avoid taking this, like, 4 damage up top, but, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. I'm going to airdrop in the Fledgling Imp, which is a buff that I appreciate. We're going to take the Restore here. I'm going to ping once down here. I think that actually reduces the damage because, yeah, I had a feeling it would because you don't get as many buffs and she dies earlier, but that's okay. I wanted to stop this curse, which I thought was important. Great. Click these restores, and I guess we ping in the back and chill. Cool. Alright, we did it. You know, it's not pretty. We took 6, but I'm okay with that. Razor Sharp, it's Wildwood Sap, though, I think. We have the ability to go multi-strike coming up. Yes, I think it is actually Wildwood Sap because of where we're at in the run and what I could use to power up my Steel Singer. So we're going to click that, as weird as it is. Vent Ritual of Battle. I mean, I think you can certainly have made a compelling run here out of Animus, Sentient, put a +25 at Animus and just lob that down with... Light's Gift kind of ruins that a little, but you can at least benefit from the Root Split Mask. Could have taken Jack Strips or something instead. I'm probably going to grab this Ritual anyway, just to make -2s compelling, and we're going to be happy with that, but still, a little odd. Divine Artifact. We shouldn't mess around. I'm going to click this. Yeah, Divine Advanced Prototype is well worth this. It guarantees I take essentially 0 coming out of this combat. We can go left here, which is good. I have my infusions. I would like to look at the Steel Shop. Multi-strike into my Steel Singer is about as good as it's going to get. And then we're going to go immediately and toss in the Animus of Will infusion here. I think this is worthwhile. See, we can get away with this now while we buff it up still because the Train Stewards will carry this next combat. +30, I really should put this in a Glimmer here. Absolutely. I don't think I have an intrinsic that I care about. No, I do not. And that's okay. Now, do I re-roll this for anything? No, I think actually we just kind of hang out on this and go to this magic shop coming up. We're not going to be duping this early. We want to dupe it late, so I'd like to try to find another multi-strike later on. I think I can actually get away with that. Cave today says... Wildwood Tome, Endless Tome. I'll tell you what, Endless Sentient is actually pretty devastating, right? It's true. One of the other lines I actually like here, if you go double eventually on the Steel Singer, you can actually play Sentient in front, and you can use the fact that Sentient gives +1 draw to offset the fact that you took space. It's pretty cool, actually. Endless Sentient is a really good elevator play in that respect, right? You have 6 base bottom, 6 base top, and then you play her bottom with 1 Steel Singer, and then the second Steel Singer's up top, and you just airdrop in Endless Sentient. I actually think that's really good. So we're going to grab the Remnant Pact here. Maybe a weird choice that you don't normally think of, but I think it's worthwhile. 65 shards, we're a little bit ahead on shard count, but it's okay, because I think we're powerful enough with that multi-strike hit that I am not concerned. Well, I don't really want her to get double bombed here, but I'd kind of like to avoid taking 20 as well. I guess she does get a little bit of a buff from it, but either way, I mean, it's airdrop in Mr. Steel Singer. I think I'm going to play her middle. I can maybe heal this off. It's not ideal. I don't love that. Yeah, double bomb is a dicey play here. I'd like to stop some of this damage, right? We do that by blowing up the bomb. Alright, that at least does something. I could take some healing here. I didn't play the Train Steward. I don't want to shortchange my buffs in that respect. I do think a Train Steward is worthwhile. 2 and 18. Yikes, man. Yikes. Train Steward play is pretty good here, though. I could save the day. Kill a bunch of guys. That's well worth it, man. Alright, we give up a little bit of buffing, but it's okay. Sure. I think he gets bombed upstairs, but I'm not mad about it. A Glimmer downstairs is very powerful. That's accurate. We take damage if I don't do this. I'm going to Glimmer down... Ooh, I could actually... No, never mind. We Glimmer upstairs, and then we Horn break out the elevator person, the one doing the big jumps. And I'm just going to airdrop in a... Train Steward passes away. It's fine. I'm not upset about it. The Endless on Sentient's not as important here, I don't think, either. She might just die, actually. Well... I'm going to spend my time buffing upstairs then. I think that will have to do. Ah, shame. Goodbye, Sentient. I'm not terribly mad about it. It does hurt my draw, though, which is a bit of a bummer. Stop some incoming damage. If I hit this guy, I think we get the kill. Accurate. Cool. I think we're fine either way. Yeah, we get the Wildwood Sap. What's coming up? Yeah, sure. Edge Prior. Get in there, champ, right? Good with this. Then we go Wildwood Sap and we buff here. I'll play this guy. Yeah, friggin' Train Steward to the 195. I don't think that's going to hurt my Relentless. I think it does help a little. Take every pop you can get. Alright, cool. A lot of... Yeah, I may have cost myself maybe one regen trigger with that Train Steward play. It's hard to predict. Where are we at? 34 by 3? Okay, what you're really looking for here is if you're walking into Ring 4 able to do 105 damage, you're pretty cozy. I'm like 1 proc away from hitting that number, so I'm okay with this. Reinforced Last Stand, Spreading Spores, we skip these. These are non-helpful cards. We have our line. The only thing we might consider is something like Shattered Shell, simply to... stick behind Sentient and soak up some useful stats. I actually think it's not bad. This will help until I have a second one of these guys. Although I could put them together. I could straight up pair these goons together. Take space right away. No, I don't think it's right to take space right away. I want to do that later. Because I would like to play Sentient on a floor where she's getting her Cultivate triggers, but I would also like to play Steel Singer upstairs with maybe Edge Prior on the floor. You could also have gone with an Edge Prior Infusion, by the way. Super valuable option. I would have taken it if I didn't see the multi-strike. We had that kind of in the bag. I think grabbing random Shattered Shell is smart here, and we take card draw. We get away with card draw due in large part to Edge Prior. I go hunt some Magic Shop upgrades. If I see Holdover, I feel really good about my Glimmer. Yes, I don't need the Hellhorned banner. Removals and Horde are nice, but I don't think it's necessary. -1. Make things cheaper. Let's look at this Temple first. A -2 would be acceptable. Spell Chain is... not it here. Not it. I think we just chill on those shards. You could argue -1s in restores are bad because of Edge Prior, but the truth is, I think it's worth it. Actually, I should probably really -1 this ritual, huh? That's probably actually it. Okay, you've convinced me. Having Ritual Rage is beneficial in a big way. 20 Consume, I'll pop a torch on that, sure, seems good. Permafrost, no, I'm just gonna spin this, see what we get. No Holdover, I'll 20 Consume another torch, these are good blasts, and then we'll make Ritual cost 1. I give up the value on the -2 later to make it useful now. Bristling. The Bristling Pivot's actually really good here, because I have the Endless, and this makes it so I have a little bit better of backline. I want my bottom floor basically taking out little guys as I buff up Steel Singer before I get a second one, right? Yeah, I think that's pretty important. Yeah, we're going to take the Bristling Pivot. This is strange. I don't normally do this, but Sentient's not a key part of my run. So I think we are happy to do so. Removal dupe coming up. I mean, the dupe at this point is probably nothing exciting. I'd still probably go that way and take like a second Wildwood Sap or whatever. You could have argued I should have planned for it. I could always dupe the Ritual. It's fine, right? I can cut a... I mean, if I'm going that way, right? If you're going to the right, you should cut 2 cards here. Yeah, okay. I will drop double Train Stewards. This is an acceptable improvement to my deck, bringing us to 27 cards. Yeah, we're fine on that. Skip any shards. 65 is already risky enough. I think we're okay. Yeah, alright. Spikes is dicey. I'm going to not turn that on. We're not even going to risk it. Cool. Terrible, in fact. It's terrible because I drew both my banner units at the same time, so I actually have no answer to this, but I will play bottom floor at least. I can't even play the stupid Remnant Pact because I drew Steel Singer. Gross. That's extremely gross. And we got a Curse Boy that just happens to be ridiculous. I'm going to take the 3 from the curse. I want this money, and I really want this curse guy dead. So we take this 3, and we hopefully Sentient lives long enough that we don't fully lose. Let's get some buffs upstairs. Regen procs are your friend. I would like to play the Glimmer because it's big healing. Yes. Okay, as long as Sentient doesn't immediately pass away, I'm fine with this. Great, Edge Prior is doing excellent work. So many procs all of a sudden. We get the Ritual out. Alright, we clear upstairs. I can save Sentient a lot of health simply by playing the Big Torch. Great news. And we're okay. I think we stabilize here, in large part thanks to Edge Prior just being a rock star, but also just generally to other things. Behold, I am strong. Cool. Okay. We do get the Remnant Pact here. That's actually kind of sick. We can elevate our Sentient in kind of a wild way, which I'm a huge fan of. I guess I'll play a Fledgling Imp. Sure, bud. Why not? Shoot the man. Alright, I'm not going to play the Shattered Shell right now. This guy, his whole purpose is essentially to help me on this thing that I don't even think he's going to be able to really help me with. Right? Because the order I drew him in, right? It's just ridiculous. But it is what it is, I suppose. We at least do some damage to this goon. How are we looking up top? We do live. And you know what? That is about as good as I think I could have hoped for here. We're alive. Steel Singer is cooking at a nice 54/3. That's great. Amazing. Focused Growth is hard to argue with. I do like Pyrogrow. The question you've got to ask is, does Edge Prior have a spot in this run or not? Because if the answer is no, then Pyrogrow might actually be the answer, or a bunch of magic shops. But I do need to go to a steel shop eventually. Focus Growth's a really good card, in case anyone had any doubts. I'm going to click it. I like the density here a lot. Impish Scholar, Rage Serum, impressive. We skip. Nothing there is particularly worthwhile. We're going to go to the removal dupe because I want to clean this up. The earlier we clean this up, the stronger we get. Overstacks are not as good here. I have not filled out the second multi-strike slot or whatever. And the Trinket Shop, I mean, what am I? Maybe Emblem of the Exiles is the best thing you could roll here. Personally, I don't think I care. Ashes of the Fallen is not even relevant on this run. We go to the removal dupe. I'm going to Shadow Realm 2 Train Stewards. Just get out of my train, brothers. We're going to look for a -2. Hey, they show it to us. I will put that into the Focused Growth. Incredible work. Tendon Piercing. The pause is because I'm contemplating dropping this in the Glimmer to create a Pseudo Inferno. And then I can immediately dupe this blaster. And this thing is a big gun. That's a really big gun. It's definitely a good dupe. It's expensive, but it's good. I'm going to do this. The density on high power plays here is worthwhile, I think. It's just a high power play. We move on. Okay. I'm being a little disrespectful. Hey, Crystal Cloak stands no chance. You know why? Because Endless Sentient completely bodies her. We can take the Mark of Invasion. I'm not afraid. That's actually really good. Cool. We're going to play Sentient into Shattered Shell on middle here. I'm going to go ahead and Remnant Pact out. I will Glimmer upstairs. And I'm going to just play the Focus Growth middle floor. Okay. This is good because we get the Collector. Nice. And I get to play the Steel Singer. And we're chilling. Okay. Alright. We're fine. Buff upstairs. Shoot out the guy on bottom. This will help a lot later. We clear top. That's good. Bottom mid-floor, this Shattered Shell is... This purpose is not that exciting. This is like just super important to keep in mind. The goal is not to do anything particularly interesting with Shattered Shell. It's truly just don't die, right? That's really it. He just kind of hits a few things, and it's going to be okay. Yeah, we lose Sentient. I honestly do not care in the least. It is the least relevant thing. In fact, it may actually be worthwhile. Because I get to play her bottom floor now, which just fully body blocks on Crystal Cloak in a very impressive way. Cool. Yeah, that's like 4 rounds, and then we get another like 4 rounds here on middle. Well done. Great. We can just full greed upstairs. I have no fears. This is just, yeah. I mean, he has no stealth. Great. Good job, brother. You're dead. You're extremely dead. We just click end turn. Yeah, great. Okay, excellent. I think we're at the 80s now. If I'm looking at it, right? 74. I'm a little slow. I kind of want to hit the 240 into... Well, we're only on ring 5. We're only on ring 5. So we're fine. We're completely fine. If I have a whole extra ring here to get up to the point where I can clear a 290, 240 is usually where I want to be around this point for a solo like this. Ooh, I like Preserved Thorns, by the way. Draw me faster, I think. It's a good card. I'm going to take Preserved Thorns over the Pyrogrow here. Tiresome Climb is really strong, and I feel like I should click it. If nothing else, you can do the jank where you elevator 2 of these Steel Singers together, which would be very strong. The problem, of course, then, ideally, in an ideal world, I mentioned this a couple times, you kind of want to do bottom floor, I take space next, I go bottom floor Sentient in front of a Steel Singer, and then top floor second Steel Singer, and that should win. In which case, Dark Deal may actually be the preferable play here. I actually don't think Tiresome Climb is that important for our particular line. We have a lot of healing, and our guys have a lot of health. So I'm not that concerned. We're going to lose Edge Prior. This guy is basically just a facilitator for the current early state of the run. So I'm going to grab Dark Deal then. And we're going to chill on that. I am going to go hunt for the second multi-strike. I think that is a winning choice, and it gives me removals, which is great. Second multi-strike, please. Quick is not it. Endless is not it. Endless is fun, but it's not it. Now, I am going to go to this other steel shop, so we're not going to give up yet. The cuts here are simple. I give up on the Fledgling Imp. We went a different direction entirely, and that's fine. He's hard to play and not really worth it. And I'm going to start cutting torches. Cool. We're just refining. I could take money here if I really wanted to. Meh. I'm going to a steel shop coming up. I mean, at this point, you may as well cut a torch just to get rid of it. But otherwise, we chill. I am still keeping Shattered Shell until I get the dupe. So he's going to live around until we hit ring 8, essentially, is basically the setup. So Cool, let's move on. I don't think we need to purchase another removal there. We're plenty fast. I'm drawing 7 right now. It's kind of a whatever. Yeah, this is kind of the ideal or start, right? You just kind of drop in these guys down here. We get the sick little remnant pack chilling. And we basically just let it ride, right? This floor Sentient dies a whole bunch, but it doesn't matter. Man, a bummer about Edge Prior here. It's a huge turn that we don't get, but that's okay, right? The floor gets softened up in a big way. I can generate a lot of regen, which I appreciate. I think I'm just going to click the Glimmer here. Yeah, I straight up do not care if Sentient dies. It is fully irrelevant because I just replay her, which is the whole point. And then we get big buff upstairs, looking good. We work on some of these downstairs fellas. Cool. I'm feeling okay, right? I feel like we've kind of figured it out in a meaningful way. Rage is good to add. Well worth it. I'm going to blast upstairs too. I don't need a ton of regen, I just need enough. This is my nasty one upstairs. Bummer. I want to draw faster, so we're going to go around again. Sting, sting, sting. Edge Prior can airdrop in, and that's good. I'd like to draw very quick, so let's play a heal downstairs. And then we'll go with this Restore. Actually, I think the angle is we Glimmer up top, and then we just click the Restore, and we give up on the Glimmer and that other thing. It's fine. I'm not mad about it. Now we just kind of slam click cards. I feel like we're already way ahead on this, right? 131 by 3. I'm definitely losing procs by investing the Rage, but I think it's correct to do it anyway. So I'm going to do that. Sentient gets the elevator. Great news. Alright, we just drop a whole bunch of stuff here and chill, I suppose. Cool. We easy win this combat. I'm doing like 500. It's fine. Airdrop in Sentient for whatever reason. It's good. Sting here. Sure. Cool. It's all good. We're doing enough damage, I have no fear. Great. You maybe should have had some fear. Just a little bit of fear, maybe. Don't disrespect Arcus. He's scary. This is a very easy run to lose. I think Arcus is a very spicy enemy that you should watch out for. Alloy of the Ancients is a great card that I'm always happy to have. Even if it's not healing, it's fine. I will take space. I'd like to assemble the Sentient floor, so we'll do this. Cool. You could have easily lost there if you hadn't been paying attention, right? It can be quite dicey. Yeah, chase that multi-strike, brother. Give me the second hit. Give it to me, please. Large stone, no thank you. Oh my god, we did it. Multi-strike. We're on fire. And now they give me the tiny stone, monster train. Do it. Railforger's hammer. Well, I guess I can just go right to hell, huh? I take space, and then immediately the game's like, hey, would you like space? You know what this means, though? It means I'm going to put Edge Prior on the floor, so whatever. Give me the hammer. It's fine. It also means I can play mid-floor, which is kind of a silly realization. But anyway, with the 4th hit and the fact that we're at 104 damage, I can finally drop Shattered Shell. He did his service. And I think we just dumpster the last unuseful torch. I'm going to vaguely look at this temple. There are some things they could show me I would like. Yeah, like Spell Chain into Focus Growth's kind of neat. Tenon Piercing. I mean, you might as well make the other Glimmer better, right? I'm going to a magic shop eventually. Sure. Alright, here you go. I'll Spell Chain the Focus Growth because it's kind of disgusting. And we chill. Forge. Spikes too? How much damage do I need her to do? I think the Cultivate 2 is better. It's also more health. The 10 damage is fine. 20 damage is a decent threshold, but it doesn't catch Shade Wings or Light Wings, which are kind of important to catch. So, whatever. Let's go Cultivate 2 then. Fine. And then we just kind of go on. It's good. We chill. We're going to go to the dupe next and pop off. Mark of Invasion is fine. I'm sure I will draw something. It's okay. Yeah, game is super easy. Just airdrop in Mr. Steelsinger Man and chill. It's cool. Sentient clears mid-floor and takes like 5 million damage. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Cool. Great job. Alright, we're going to Steel Enhancer up here. I think the right play is Edge Prior, which lets me go restore, and then I torch for money here. We do lose Sentient, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's okay. Blast upstairs, I suppose. We just kind of hang out a little bit. I'll sting I'll sting bottom floor and get rid of the extinguish trigger, I suppose. Take some armor. It doesn't really matter. I'm a little concerned about... I mean, I need to draw some good cards here. Yeah, alright. I was going to say, if I draw some good cards, I think we're okay. And we did draw some good cards. Thank you very much, Edge Prior. You are the king of our people. He's doing great. Edge Prior is a hero, if I'm being honest with you. Sting out the extinguish triggers. I can greet. Yeah, we're super strong. Just go ahead and double Glimmer upstairs. It's fine. We are cruising. Great job. Cool. I think we easily clear this combat now. We shouldn't disrespect. I should definitely play rage cards here, but, you know, it's fine. We're doing a lot of damage, and I'm glad to be doing it. Because this boss you should not disrespect is an important thing to say. He does a lot of damage. I'm going to sting. I will Glimmer upstairs. Saves 3, and I'm going to go ahead and Hornbreak in the back on bottom. Main reason to do that is I don't want them attacking in my Relentless. Our goal is exclusively to just do a bajillion damage to this guy. ASAP. We're looking at 800? Alright, we're chilling. We're actually super okay here. And I should not click anything else. True. Great. I'm going to clear him pretty quickly. Yeah, 2 rounds. Easy mode. We're well in position for a W here. I'm like 140. Yeah, okay, buddy. We're almost looking at 600 per Steelsinger. They show me this Pyrogrow. We are going to lose Edge Prior. And I have the draw power now. Let's just go ahead and take this Pyrogrow at long last and chill. Nope. Inferno, no thank you. I have Glimmer. I have Inferno at home. We slam left. We look at this Trinket Shop real fast. Resonant Shard's not bad, although I'm going to give major props to improved Firebox, because if I double draw the Steel Singers, we are chillin'. True enough. Let's go ahead and make that dupe right now, and then buy improved Firebox. This makes my turn 1 less risky, which I think is super important. Let's look in the middle. If there's a plus 30, I'm happy. There's not. There's a -2. Is that useful in any way? I wonder. Interestingly, Intrinsic Pyrogrow beats Ember Drain, even if it slows me down a little. I should consider that. The -2 I'm not so enthralled with. Maybe there's a... I guess you could double stack the Wildwood Sap, but it super doesn't matter. Okay, in that case, we're gonna -1. It should just be a restore, right? It will just be a restore, fine. The double stack, I'm not gonna click. I mean, it's not bad to toss this in a dark deal, actually. 14 Rage is pretty good for 1 Ember, if I'm being honest with you. That's a pretty nice bump. I think we will click that. It's hard pressed for me to find a relic that I really want. Let's spin it and look. Okay, I was gonna say like Forever Flame might secure a purchase, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and stack stone up that dark deal. I think that is worthwhile. It could have been the alloy as well, but not that important. Argument for 20 consuming a restore, simply by virtue of it burns it. I think Edge Prior, he's fine, but he's gone. He's not that important now. But he's also a low opportunity cost to leave in. I think cutting rando restores is potentially better, because then you just redraw these mega glimmers a little faster, which are way better. So I'm going to 20 consume 1 restore, then reroll. Great, the plus 10 here goes into glimmer. 22 is a better number than the other things. It's fine. You could do it with a -1, but 12 is a little depressing. So we do this, and that -1 can just comfortably go into dark deal then. Great work. Permafrost, I don't think I care. What's my trinket shop looking like? I can't afford any more. I would have taken that Winged Indulgence if I had 5 more money. -2 here. Man, these are low impact. Intrinsic. I will take this intrinsic on something. Intrinsic Pyrogrow. The reason to consider this is it lets me play top floor with my first turn, and then still play the second Steel Singer. The reason I don't want to do this is because I will always play first Steel Singer behind Sentient on middle floor. So I don't think I need to do this. That does tell you, though, I would like Ember pretty quickly, right? Turn 1 we're okay because of the firebox. Turn 2, I'd like to draw a lot of cards and really get myself moving. There's definitely, if I intrinsic Pyrogrow, we do slow ourselves down a lot. 2 draw reduced goes from 7 to 5. I mean, it's not actually that bad. It's really not that bad. It's actually good to get it out of the way soon. It would be really nice to roll the Pyrogrow on the same turn as the Preserved Thorns, though, or something like that, or the Focus Growth. I still think this is worthwhile. Well, actually, what if it's a Remnant Pact? A really dicey turn 1 could maybe even kill Sentient quickly. I'd like her to not pass away. Yeah, we'll do the Intrinsic on Remnant Pact. I think I'm happier about that overall. Removals, I get to cut 2 cards. Now, Steel Enhancer's probably not long for this world here. That's probably true. The other cut, I actually think is a restore. Yeah, Steel Singer, Steel Enhancer, goodbye. I think it's a restore, and part of this is because I would rather redraw the glimmers than anything else. I guess you could drop Edge Prior. He's a little tricky to play. He pays for himself on most turns when you draw him, though, so it's not really that big of a deal. I think we actually do drop a restore here. Just an unupgraded one. It's fine. And then with 240, I mean, I buy another removal. And at this point, again, I think I'm fine leaving Edge Prior in. I think we just drop, and actually a Hornbreak. I'd much rather hit one of these glimmers than a Hornbreak here. We'll get rid of one of these. Leaving 1 in is fine. 60 gold left, 155 out of 100, we move on. I feel like this run maybe is blessed in a way, but cursed in a way, in the sense that I think people are not great at navigating Steel Singer runs, you know? I'm pretty sure that is true. There you go, champ. We just blast downstairs. Incredible work. We kill a man upstairs. We shoot the boss. I should have probably hit him with the torch just to get rid of that damage shield, but it's okay. Yeah, and now, I mean, now we get the Pyrogrow. Neat. We get the airdrop in Steel Singer on mid-floor, actually. Well, there's no reason to. We'll do it top floor. We get full elevator that way. Sure. Honestly, Steel Singer's rocking here, right? No fear. We are crushing it, in my opinion. We buff the one upstairs exclusively. Bottom floor, oh no, Sentient died, it's fine. We just bring her back and it's chill. You get Edge Prior up top, and we go hard here. We just buff in a big way. I do think a Glimmer downstairs is worthwhile. Puts a lot of damage into the boss I'm happy about. I'll play the other one up top. Sure. Seems good. Yeah, we should crush here, right? Basically no fear whatsoever. Pushing like 100, so much damage into the boss. It's like 860 something. Bottom floor looks fine. Sure, just blast him here. Play the stings out. We're chilling. I'm gonna go ahead and burn the torch as well. Great news. All right, this is free. I think we've done this about as well as we reasonably can. Accurate. I don't mind if Sentient dies. In fact, it's preferable because it refreshes her without wasting a heal card, and that's kind of neat. Cool. Looking good. Looking good. Airdrop in Sentient again. Great news. We blast upstairs for a casual 1,000 there. We'll just keep doing big numbers. No reason not to, right? Sure. Hit the boss. Boss is already over half down. I think we easy crush this. We might even win on a lower floor, although actually perfectly they lose. Incredible. Them losing is pretty much perfect because it optimizes my time upstairs. Don't even click the ritual. We easy win this run because I can always just play Sentient again, and that's awesome. In fact, I'm just going to play her upstairs now. It doesn't matter. And I think we chill. Sure, cool. Easy crush. Good. Play every heal card. We're winning before the enemy even gets to swing, so play the cards. Great job. Punch, punch, punch. Good, done. Alright. I think our one guy is now supercharged. Yeah, he's chilling at a casual 190. Looking like a 380, so that's 760. Yeah, I mean, one of these guys essentially has the punch to clear a floor now. So, and with the glimmers, I think we're very far ahead. Very far ahead. Alright, first group is mid-floor. Incredible. Behold the might of having the extra space. That lets me play middle. It's better to get multi-hit here because Sentient has the ability to cultivate. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, we drop in Steel Singer up top. This is the weaker one. We got the other order here. I'm not mad about this, however. Right? This doesn't bother me in any way. I have Endless on Sentient, so no fears. Cool. No fear. I'd like to not lose the guy mid-floor, so let's go ahead and air blast the Glimmer and swing that around. I wish to play the Consume Restore upstairs. It's multiple procs. I didn't play the Preserved Thorns, but I do think this is better. Yes. Okay. We get the Wildwood Sap up top. Edge Prior is going to pass away. We will Glimmer middle. I think this is a fair choice. I'm going to go ahead and Dark Deal upstairs, and then Alloy upstairs. I guess I will get Edge Prior killed. Fair enough. Goodbye, Sweet Prince. It's okay. I actually am glad that we got the stronger one on mid-floor here, because there's a lot of reasons for it, but the main reason is simply he pummels waves, right? He really pummels waves. Sentient dies perfectly. Awesome. Cool. I think we're a couple rounds out from just winning here, which is great news. We get free Sentient back. Amazing. We just keep buffing up top. Glimmer goes middle for sure. We ritual up top. Yeah, we're one round out. Yeah, easy. Top floor is just free attacking at this point. Literally free attacking here. Double Glimmers in mid-floor, just absolutely crush. Amazing. Well done. There it is. Punch. 29 health. We almost got him with Glimmers, but a very straightforward win here. Now, Steel Singer is my favorite unit in the game, so this was an excellent run for me. I love playing Steel Singer, especially with restores. And they give them to you twice, not just once, but twice. So if you miss them on the first time, you get a second go at it. Let's go to the challenge. That was just sweet. Big fan. I did score second, sadly, but that's okay. I'm not mad about it. Yes, behold, still Steel Singers doing the same thing. Cool. Great news. Probably just because they took trials that I didn't take. I just didn't take some of these risks. So, a holdover glimmer, they did end up finding the holdover. That's neat. Cool. Same run as me, though, nothing fancy. Yeah. I like how our run turned out. I think this is very cool. I am going to count this as a cursed run simply because I do think that this is informative in the same way that cursed runs tend to be, which is that if you're not familiar with how to play Steel Singer, I could imagine this being tough, right? You click him, you're not sure how to navigate the early game, it's tricky, right? But in this particular case, I think we crushed it, right? We held out hope for the fourth multi-strike. We got it, and we popped off as a result. So, pretty cool stuff. I'm a big fan. What infusion they use over here? Animus of Will, same one. They got a bit higher on the scaling than I did. That's okay. Honestly, I mean, the holdover on the Glimmer is a pretty big deal, too. There's a lot of things that can factor into this, but they did the intrinsic Pyrogrow. I mean, we talked about it. I ended up going a different direction on the Remnant Pact, and I'm still happy I did. That came in extremely handy, by the way. But, yeah, they took the space, too. Sentient in front. Yeah, fine. They didn't end up pivoting, but I respected the mid-game a little more, I think. They also went a lot harder on shards. I certainly could have, right? But that's okay. Big fan of Remnant Pact here. I think it deserves a bigger call out than it probably would normally get, especially because it's a third clan card here, right? This is not part of your primary or secondary. This is just, I guess I'm also here, which is a nice pickup. I think this is great with Sentient. In general, I find that in a rare circumstance, melting's endless into Sentient. This can also come from Immortality Potion, actually makes Spike Sentient, in my opinion, better than Titan Sentry. She can chew through floors. You can pivot to Cultivating and get a free card draw out of her. She has a ton of health, is free to play, 2 space. The only challenge is getting Endless. If you can connect the Endless, it's really powerful. So I'm a big fan of this. And it makes her an excellent tank. She's one of the best tanks straight up in the game. It's just that early game having a tank doesn't help you as much as just killing the enemies faster, which is why the more offensively inclined champions tend to be stronger earlier on. But now I want to see the submitter, so let's go find them. The Doge. The Doge. Doge. Call it. That's ridiculous. It's the Doge. All right, yeah, they did something similar. Yeah, quick, multi, Steel Singer, incredible. They got even higher numbers. Again with the intrinsic Pyrogrow, kind of cool. Permafrosted it, which is interesting, but yeah, they took a lot of other stuff that we didn't take, but it's all good. They got the holdover into the focus growth, neat. All good, really. A lot of similar choices. I did end up going with that Light's Gift instead, which is cool, but excellent run overall. So, awesome. I have very little else to add. Thank you for sending me a Steel Singer run. It is fun. I'm a big fan. And hopefully this was informative for the folks who don't really play Steel Singer a lot. I've actually gotten some comments on older videos specifically asking for more examples of this, so this kind of works out. But yeah, that brings us up to 72 wins on the series. Incredible work, and I will let you all go there. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks. Whew, came in under an hour, too. Nice.